radio station, a Lone Star Community Radio, broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Hey, this is Chris from the Ticket Stub. You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Hello, I am Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture News, FM 104.5, 106.1, live streaming irlonestar.com, and we are broadcasting from Conroe City Hall in downtown Conroe. This is also Facebook Live, Conroe Culture News, and YouTube Live. And it's also on our city TV, cable TV for the city of Conroe. So today the guests are going to be Angela Caveney. She is with the Trybe Social Club. It's a group of women who they love making new friends, trying new things, having a positive impact on the community. And they have lots of fun activities. They had just had their 1-year anniversary last week. So we're going to hear more about the Trybe and how you can find out and get involved with that. And in the second segment, we will have the Assistance League of Montgomery County, and they are a nonprofit, philanthropic nonprofit, assisting the community through their resale shop and their programs that assist vulnerable populations and all school districts in the county. Lisa Waddell is the president, and Joanne Heitmiller is the marketing communications chairman, and they will be on the show in the second segment. The show is sponsored by Rogerstein Chiropractic and the Lake Conroe Realty Group. Rogerstein Chiropractic has been serving the Montgomery County area for many years, and they treat patients of all ages and backgrounds, from infants to seniors, weekend athletes to professionals, with a focus on holistic healing to not only relieve pain, but achieve optimal health. Dr. Stacy Rogers holds certifications in adjusting extremities, arm, legs, hands, feet, clinical nutrition, prenatal, and pediatric care. If you are not a patient already, then you need to go see her, and it's less than $30, and it all goes back to CASA, and they advocate for kids in CPS. So, and they are located at 3033 West Davis by Conroe High School and Taco Bell. Our other sponsor is the Lake Conroe Group, and they serve the greater Montgomery County as the best source for buying, selling a home, or investing in real estate. Find out more by going to Conroe Culture News or irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture News. So a few things happening around us. There's always a lot going on in downtown Conroe. And one of the major things is the performance of Calendar Girls at the Owen Theater. I actually went and saw it Saturday night. It's a fun show, and it involves 11 friends who band together to raise funds for a local hospital after one of the ladies' husbands is diagnosed with leukemia. What do? They fundraise by doing a calendar of all these women, 45 to 65 years of age, not elderly women, but more mature women, and they do nude photos for their calendar, and they raise millions of dollars. It's actually a true story, based on a true story. So Calendar Girls is playing at the Owen Theater, and that is Friday, Saturday, Sundays through Sunday, February 5th. The Crichton is also selling reserved seating for In the Heights, and that premieres on Friday, February 5th, and continues for 3 weeks through Sunday, February 26th. And that could be a fun Valentine's Day gift, so check that out. The 10th Annual History Road Rally is Saturday, January 28th from 1 until 4:30, sponsored by the Montgomery County Historical Commission. On Saturday, the 28th, and you can find out more about that by going to MontgomeryCountyHistoricalCommission.com. The second annual Baseball for Babies is January 29th, starting at 6 p.m. at Do-Si-Do to improve health care for premature babies. The event will include silent and live auctions, door prizes, a scrumptious dinner, a bar, a special concert by the Mark May Company, and last year's inaugural gala included special guests Lance Bergman and Anthony Rendon as part of the baseball theme of the nonprofit organization. And there will be many surprises this year, so stay tuned to that. If you want tickets, baseballforbabies.org. Do you feel like you need a little spring fling right now in the middle of winter? The Lone Star Luau is going to Margaritaville on Thursday, February 2nd through Sunday, February 5th with Country Music Association of Texas Songwriter of the Year, Tom Shepard. The 6th annual Lone Star Luau will feature more than 20 top artists from across the country, including Rodney Foster, The Wilder Blue, Bree Bagwell, Paul Overstreet, Donnie Brewer, Erica Sunshine Lee, Sonny Jim, and more. Go to LoneStarLuau.com. And finally, and you need to do this right away because it might already be sold out, but the annual Daddy-Daughter Dance for daughters age 4 and up is going to be Saturday, February 18th from 6 to 9 at the Magnolia Event Center. And that is a fun night that's put on by the City of Conroe. You need to go to thecityofconroe.org to get tickets, and you need to hurry because they were close to selling out. This is a big deal. So watch for opportunities for your Valentine's Day. And with that, we're going to take a quick break and be back with my first guest, Angela Caveney of the Trybe.
Hey y'all, it's DJ Mike from Dance Time in Texas. Join me Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. as I count down the top 10 Texas Red Dirt songs that are packing the dance floor. I'll be featuring local artists and the story behind the hits, shows in the area, as well as new songs that make you want to dance. It's Dance Time in Texas with DJ Mike on Lone Star Community Radio, 104.5 KCZW and 106.1 KZCC, Conroe, Texas, or online, irlonestar.com.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
Team Sinisi is a proud sponsor of Conroe Culture News. Vinny Sinisi and his professional team provide comprehensive real estate services throughout the greater Montgomery County area and beyond. Whether looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Team Sinisi has an impeccable reputation. Contact Team Sinisi for a great experience at teamsinisi.com. That's TEAMSINISI.com.
Hello, and we are back with our first segment today. I am Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture News. So, Angela Caveney is the founder of the Trybe Social Club, and it's so much more than just a social club. It's a social group for sure, but there's a lot of meaning to that. So, Angela, you just had your first anniversary last week. So you've been doing this for a year. Tell me what it is.
So the Trybe is a social club. Backing up a little, I'm a psychologist, a clinical psychologist, and I recognized that we needed help getting out post-COVID. In our divided and distracted world, we needed to get out of the house and go try some new things. And so I created this club. Our core values are connection with other women, growth, so trying new things, and impact, being a part of something greater than yourself.
Very good. So you do different things, though, to increase those relationships. A lot of different things. I mean, last year you had 58 events, and there's only 52 weeks in a year.
Yeah, we had 5 events in 1 week one time.
Wow. So let's talk about some of the different events and activities that you do. What did the ladies participate in?
Great. Yeah. So I actually use these activities to help people explore new ideas, new passions, new experiences. But even more importantly, I create smaller events where people are doing things so that they have a chance to connect to new people, new friends, while they're keeping their hands busy, or there's something. It doesn't put so much pressure on the relationship. So we do all kinds of things. I try to keep it balanced with different types of activities, like physical activity, cooking, gardening, just interesting new things, holistic things. Last year we did things like self-defense. We did a self-defense class. We did cooking classes, sound bath meditation, axe throwing, sake tasting, sushi making. Just basically creating all these new experiences. Our motto is Trybe Something New. The Trybe is spelled Trybe. And it's all about just getting together, making connections, and trying something interesting and new.
Well, this was highly successful, too. On your first time out, did you have any idea where this would go or how this would morph?
Honestly, I didn't. I expected, when I sent out that first email to a group of friends, that maybe, within the few months I might have 30 or 40 people who would become this sort of tight-knit group doing all these interesting things. But I sent an email out 1 year ago, and that day got 65 responses from people who said not only that they wanted in, but that this is what they really needed right now. They needed to get out of a social rut. They needed to make some new friends and just get out of the house and do some things. So I realized, actually, you think as a psychologist I would have thought ahead of time that this was something that we really, really, really needed right now. But I realized pretty quickly that it was more than what I was originally thinking it might be.
So you actually had over 200 ladies participate, unique ladies, and many times over at your events. And your event last week had how many women?
There were about 90.
90. Wow. So, and this is in the Woodlands. This is actually at your home.
Most of the events.
Yeah, that you have out there. I mean, some, of course, are not. But you do a wide variety of different activities. And you even have different activities coming up just for February. You have one tomorrow.
I do, yes. Tomorrow we're all finding our spirit animal with a shaman white feather. So that's it's gonna be fun. It's cute.
Yes,
people are excited about that.
But you have so many different events, and people can go on there. They can see your video. You have Instagram. You have Facebook. Your website is the-trybe.com to find out all the different events. So they can come to one. They can come to all of them.
Absolutely. We're just the membership is free. The basic membership is free. We do have a paid version that adds on a little more, but people just pay for events that they want to sign up for, and there's no minimum or maximum number of events that they have to or can attend.
So what I noticed from your event that you had last week is the women who attended are so authentic, and it isn't about their profession. It's about them and about really getting to know other people. And that's what makes this unique. This is not a networking event per se. And that always has a different feel to it.
Right.
It's not like pushing your business forward. Although, you do find out about other people and their businesses, and you have sponsorships where they can sponsor an event and get their name out in the professional world. But it's about really engaging in activities to increase friendships, because we all need that community, especially like you're talking about. We had the whole COVID lockdown thing, and we needed to get out, and maybe a lot of people are trying something new. This is not like going and passing out business cards.
Absolutely not, no.
Somebody asked me if I had a business card, and I'm like, actually, I didn't bring it because I wasn't thinking to do that. I just wanted to be in the moment. And that's really what it is being in the moment and being real. So what do you think? How has this gone for you?
It's gone great. And you're right. It's unique. I'm actually having a hard time finding other models that are similar. Most groups are not only women and have nothing to do with their children, nothing to do with their businesses. It's all about them connecting with other women and exploring, new passions. And so it is unique. It's unusual, but people are absolutely loving it. And I think the reason the vibe for the birthday party was so great is because, how often do you get almost 100 women together who are not talking about their kids and or their jobs, and they just want to get to know each other, and they're there to make friends. So, and I think that's really why
it's refreshing.
It is. And in all, I think, like 99% of the members we have now have been referred by somebody else who's already in the group. And so I think that has a lot to do with also about why the vibe of the group has been just so good.
Let's talk about the membership. How does that work? You just launched that last week. So tell me about it.
Right. So the basic membership is free. You pay as you go for events. But people were wanting a deeper connection. So as it stands now, there are over 250 members. And so every event you go to will be a different mix of people, which is great if you're looking to meet a lot of people and to try a lot of new things. But there are people who are looking for deeper connections with a smaller group of people. So I've just launched what I'm calling the Inner Circle. This is a group of members who again, want to be a part of a smaller group where we're really tight-knit. We have some events that are just for us to get to know each other, to tell our stories, to share, to support each other. But this same group is going to be more on the inside and more advisory to me. I'm in an N of one. I don't want to be only in my own echo chamber. I realize I only know what I know, and my ideas are all I have with me alone. So I'm creating an advisory council made up of members of this Inner Circle, the paid membership, to kind of help guide where we're going to go next. And so I have people signed up who are new to the area and really would like to launch into some great friendships right away. And then I have other people who have plenty of connections and friends, but they just want to be a part of what we're doing. They want to be part of the tribe and help steer the ship.
So is there a time limit on being a part of the Inner Circle?
Yes. So, the reason we're doing this is we want to have a small, tight-knit group within our larger community. And so I'm only offering this entrance to this group until the end of January. After that, we'll close it up and we'll start doing our events. We don't want people coming and going. I guess they can leave if they want to, but we can't have people continually adding in because that'll screw up the vibe of the group and the cohesion of the group.
So how long is the membership good for?
So it's month to month. At this point, I don't even take like a year-long membership. It's just see how it goes. It's $40 a month and just build every month.
Okay. So then you probably don't know if you're going to open it up again next year or what that looks like exactly because you're working through this.
Yes. Yeah. So these
feet on the ground.
this first group has the honor of being the founding members.
Founding members.
Of the
Yeah,
Inner
and that's
Circle.
nice. So that's elite in itself.
Exactly. But they're going to have to put up with a little bit of trial and error, and I'm going to be getting a lot of input and feedback from them about how to do this. And yeah, ideally, over time, we would add new groups. Right now, I'm thinking it would be separate groups, so each group can kind of continue its own. Its own cohesion, but we'll see where it goes.
So it's very interesting. So the Inner Circle will be your advisory team. How many people do you think will be on that team in your mind?
So I know from experience leading groups that a group of 16 or less is, 16 is about the most you can have and have really good group cohesion. Yeah. So I'm hoping probably in the neighborhood of 12 to 16 will sign up for this.
Excellent.
So it's a small group. Yep.
But then going forward, again, I want to focus on all the activities that you have right now. I mean, you have so many just finishing out this month and then into February. You have a lot of things. What are some of those things you have planned? What's
funny is that I'm never going to run out of ideas. The more people I talk to, the more ideas. My idea list is getting longer. I'm doing 3, 4, or 5 events a week, and it's just getting, it's growing. The ideas are growing. But I try to strike a nice balance between all the different categories of events. But yeah, we have, and actually there's more than you even know about. I'm working with several people on more, but we have a finance class, Fit After 40 class, a vegan cooking class, a mesh reef making class. I mentioned the spirit animals. And I am hosting in March, happens to be my birthday, but it's not a birthday party, a silent disco at my house. So for anybody who doesn't know what that is, everyone is wearing headphones and they're listening to different music. So the room is completely silent, but everybody's dancing to the beat of their own drum, so to speak. So I'm really looking forward to that one. That'll be in March 24th.
So a lot of exciting things. What was the most enthusiastic event you had last year that women really loved? What are some of them that they really loved participating in?
That's really hard. We've been lucky or smart. I'm not sure. We really haven't had a bad event yet, really. But the sushi and sake guy, those are two different classes, same leader. He was like a stand-up comedian. It was fantastic. People really loved the flower arranging. We did wooden pillow classes, which like is an acupressure class. We did aura reading. But maybe the one that I got the most phone calls the next day about was our Opera 101. We have some fascinating members in our group, and whenever possible, I pull from the membership to support the ladies
That's a great
in
idea.
our group. Yeah, but we had an opera singer who's a member come in, and she talked. She sang a little, then she talked, then she sang a little and acted, then she talked, and just sort of explained opera to us. And we had about 23 people come to that event. And actually, I think it's this coming weekend, a subgroup of us are actually going to the opera down in Houston with this opera singer to help as our translator. And so we're excited. And actually, the pickleball event was our very first event last year. And now there's an entire pickleball league that has been created out of the people who attended that very first pickleball event.
I have not tried that yet. And in fact, I was just talking to my husband about that yesterday. I said, we need to try pickleball. And he's like,
sweeping the country.
Okay, yes, we need to do this. Everywhere we go, they have pickleball. So we need to try it.
Yep.
So
one of our really exciting events last year. So just to make sure I'm clear, most of the events are 12 to 16 people. Again, to get that cohesion, to really get to know people. I don't do very many big events because those actually aren't very good for connection. But we did do a masquerade ball last year. It was a murder mystery masquerade ball, and it was held in a large venue in the Woodlands. And we had 243 people, RSVP at least, and it was amazing. Everybody came in costume. It was absolutely cool. So that was one that people are still talking about, I think. And the proceeds from that went to John Cooper School's fine arts program.
So leading into that, you are also trying to engage more in the community with maybe nonprofits or things that you can make an impact. Tell me about that.
So impact is, as I mentioned, our third pillar, and there are a lot of different angles to impact. We're impacting ourselves by learning new things and meeting new people. We're impacting each other for the same reason. We worked with 27 different local business owners last year, whether it was, frequenting their establishment or more often they taught classes for us. And we spent $22,000 over the course of last year on, I should say we paid $22,000 to 27 different business owners. So it's pretty significant, and looking to grow that even more next year. One thing I do want to grow quite a bit is the service experiences themselves. So last year we did 7 different service experiences. Like we went to Inspiration Ranch's gala, New Danville's gala. We did a fundraiser for a local coffee shop and so on. But I really want to expand that piece of what we do this year to do more of that.
It's all very exciting. It truly is, because it is unique. There's nothing like this that I'm aware of in the county. And I think you are just going to be ready for expansion, and I think having an advisory team to help you so that you're not the lone wolf, so to speak, doing this
We'll find out
is good.
tomorrow. We'll find out if my spirit animal is a wolf.
Is the wolf or
yeah.
what? Yeah, I don't know if mine is, but anyway. So again, you're on Facebook, the Trybe, Trybe
With the hyphen.
Yes,
Yep.
and also your website, the-Trybe, Trybe.com, and it's also, you can see all of this on irlonestar.com after the show, or you can go there right now, and you can also see it on Facebook at Conroe Culture News if you forget and want to find out more information.
I do want to just interject that the Inner Circle, again, through January 31st, you do not have to have ever attended anything. There are no qualifications to be a part of
So you don't have
that.
to be a seasoned person that's been to
Nope.
any event
You can,
in 2022.
If you're somebody who's like, yes, this sounds amazing to me, I want to be
Right.
part of it, like really part of it, you're most welcome.
So they could just call you up, too, and talk to you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I got all kinds of time planning.
Yeah.
I'm not
So
planning.
the phone number is
734, Ann Arbor area code. We're from Michigan. So 734-904-1002. And will that be in the show notes?
yes, it's already there.
Okay, great.
Yeah. It's all good. So 58 events last year, 27 businesses supported, 7 nonprofits, and over 200 ladies. I think you can probably even exceed that goal this year. So there's already so many events on the calendar right now. One tomorrow you can still sign up for, or they could call you either way. And that information is on your website. It's also on Facebook. And what am I missing?
I don't think anything. You covered it, but I would just add, since this is a Conroe radio show, that I am interested in expanding it beyond the Woodlands. Most of our events are done in the Woodlands
This is
now.
a Montgomery County.
Oh,
show.
okay.
Yeah,
So,
but it's called Conroe.
So yes, so I would love to do more events, farther away, farther out. For now, it was just convenient to do a lot of these events at my house. But if you're a little ways from the Woodlands, that's okay. We can do some stuff out by you too.
Okay, sounds great. Thanks, Angie.
Thank you. This was fun.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment, or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
Team Sinisi is a proud sponsor of Conroe Culture News. Vinny Sinisi and his professional team provide comprehensive real estate services throughout the greater Montgomery County area and beyond. Whether looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Team Sinisi has an impeccable reputation. Contact Team Sinisi for a great experience at teamsinisi.com. That's TEAMSINISI.com.
Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyper-local audience in Montgomery County? Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out irlonestar.com/sponsor for more information. Or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776.
God's Garage is a 501c3 that repairs and gives away cars for free to single moms, widows, and wives of deployed military. You can help God's Garage by donating a vehicle, volunteering your time, or by monetary donation. God's Garage is located at 2106 East Davis, Conroe. If you'd like to learn more about God's Garage, visit our website at godsgarage.org. Or you can contact us and we would be glad to come and make a presentation to your group.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
We have the safest food supply in the world. Strict laws and regulations restrict the usage of hormones, antibiotics, and pesticides within our food supply. Production agriculture practices and technologies such as the use of GMOs, which is not any more or less risky than conventional crop production, has allowed American farmers to produce more food on less acres in environmentally sound ways. Find out more online at pathtotheplate.tamu.edu. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make lives better.
And we are back for our second segment today, and we're going to talk about the Assistant League. If you don't know about the Assistant League, it's a nonprofit organization started in Montgomery County in 1985 by a group of women, and everybody at the Assistance League is a volunteer. They take donations, and they will talk to you about that. And they also have the resale shop that's on the corner of San Jacinto and Metcalf, and it's been there quite a long time. But they're very philanthropic, and they give back to vulnerable populations throughout Montgomery County, including elderly, students, homeless, all kinds of things. So they're going to tell you all about that. And I have sitting here with me, I have Lisa Waddell as the president, and Joanne Heitmiller is the marketing communication chairman. So, welcome, ladies.
Thank you. We're so excited to be here today because if there's anything we love, it's talking about Assistance League.
So how did you get involved in it?
Well, I got involved about 6 years ago. A dear friend of mine told me about it. I had been a little bit familiar with it because I'm a retired school teacher, so I was familiar with one of the programs. But then fast forward several years, and a good friend of mine introduced me to it, and I joined.
Perfect.
So I was living in Austin at the time, and I was at a party, and I heard a lady talking about this volunteering she did and everything. So it sounded kind of interesting. So the next day I called her and I said, tell me about this, where you volunteer. Next day she took me to lunch because there is an Assistance League in Austin. And she took me to lunch. We went by the Assistance League. She showed me the shop and everything. And by Friday, I was a member. So, and then when we moved here, I was thrilled to find out that there was an Assistance League here because I love what Assistance League does. So,
and there's so many things that you do. So today we're talking about women's organizations. The lady previously is from the Trybe. It's a women organization too that helps increase relationships of women of who they are. So this is another thing that spills off about an organization. So you are very philanthropic in the organization. Let's talk about that. What does that mean? Because I know you have different pillars.
We do. We have 8 programs where we give back to the community, the entire community of Montgomery County, not just Conroe, but the entire county we serve. And as you mentioned, it's really from newborns all the way to senior citizens in our various programs. It's all about giving back. As Joanne said, and as you said, we are all volunteers.
How many ladies are there?
Actually, there are ladies and men.
I didn't know you had any.
Yes. We have one man right now who is the husband of one of our members.
Okay.
So we encourage men to join too.
And he also plays Santa Claus.
Yes, he does. He also plays Santa Claus.
So you're diverse.
We are diverse. We are very diverse.
Okay, good.
We have, as of this moment, I'd say between 190 195 members. members.
So I was thinking just around 200.
Yes, yes.
Well, we lost a few during COVID, which a lot of different,
Right.
organizations did. But we are building. I mean, we just introduced how many? Six
new members today
at the
our regular
meeting. I mean, it's
so,
coming
yeah.
back. So it's a good feeling.
So tell me about, well, we'll come back to volunteering because let's talk about why they should volunteer. But first, let's talk about the different programs. Let's finish on that.
Okay.
So you have all these different programs. Let's talk about Operation School Bell.
That is the signature program for Assistance League, and our chapter is one of 120 chapters nationwide under the umbrella of National Assistance League. And one of the few things, big things that national mandates is that every chapter has an Operation School Bell program. And our Operation School Bell program, we donate money, or we donate, well, no, we don't donate the clothes. We partner with all 6 school districts in the county. We determine the percentage of economically disadvantaged children that we can serve, and we host shopping events. We partner with other, with stores in the community and set up shopping events. The students get to come pick out their
Brand
own
new.
brand
Brand
new
new clothes.
clothing, and that's what makes us unique, because it is brand new and they pick it out themselves. So
Which
that's
helps
our
their
biggest
self-esteem.
program. Absolutely.
So we just delivered like 1,600 and something letters to the area high schools, because we've already done the elementary schools. So now we're on to the high schools. And the school counselors have identified the students that get these letters. They send them home, and then they come to the stores that are designated, and they get to spend $150
High
each student,
schoolers do,
tax-free, tax-free, so they get to spend the full amount. And
On
I'm getting
clothes.
goosebumps
Well,
just talking about it
because
it's
it just
great.
makes such a difference. You know, it's
Yes,
very
it does.
important to be dressed appropriately, to mix in well with your
Exactly.
peers. And you don't want something that necessarily has been hand-me-down. You want
Exactly.
to look as special and blend in with
well,
everybody
and you want
else.
what everyone else is wearing.
Yeah.
And
Whatever the
so
trend
if
is.
the trend is a pair of Van shoes, then that's what they're going to get, and that is great, because that is what helps them fit in and feel good about themselves and be successful in school,
Right.
which is the main goal. So
I had a school counselor at Oak Ridge tell me the kids get so excited with this program that a lot of times they'll come by, she says, my office to show me the new clothes they
Right.
got.
Yeah.
So
And that's amazing.
It
There's
is.
nothing like that, knowing that you made the difference to somebody.
that's exactly
You
right.
know, I'm very familiar with that, having worked at youth services for many years at every secondary school. I'm
Yes.
familiar with all that and how they really need that. So you have Operation School Bill.
Right.
School Bill. And then you have a poison information, always ask.
Poison information is now part of our Operation School Bell
Okay.
team. And that program has been in place for a number of years, and it's a skit, Mr. Yucky and
Yeah.
Yummy,
Yep.
and
Yep. I
talk
know
about
you've been to Bridgewood Farms about that
right.
before,
Probably
too.
the best, simplest example is a bottle of yellow Gatorade and a bottle of Pine Sol. And if you don't know, you
Right.
know, you might grab the bottle of Pine Sol instead of the bottle of Gatorade. So that's just one very basic example. And it's a whole program that we go to the schools to present something interesting. Because of COVID and we couldn't get into the schools, we created a video, and it is the exact presentation with Yucky and Yummy and all the props and the little song that the members of that team sing. So it's all on video. So now we just we deliver
Way
the
to
phone
adapt.
rod. Yes, yes. And actually, by doing it that way, we reach more of the community.
Sure.
So, yeah, good stuff.
That is good. It's just stuff that makes you smile. You know, even little
Exactly.
things like this. So tell me about some of the other programs.
Our next biggest program is our scholarship program, and we have 5 categories of scholarships that we award, and it's high school seniors, and continuing students. So if you received a scholarship for your freshman year in college, then you can reapply for the next 3 years. So those are our continuing students. Workforce.
That's really unique.
It is, yes. Adult and then special needs is our other one. And our special needs scholarships, we work with agencies that serve not only school students with special needs, but veterans and first responders who are suffering from PTSD or are having some marital family type issues and need counseling for that. So it's very diverse what our scholarship program entails and who we serve.
Wow, I didn't know all that.
Yeah.
That's good information. Okay, so then you have Tender Loving Dolls.
Yes, you want to talk about dolls?
Well, Tender Loving Care dolls are handmade dolls. They're just the cutest thing you ever saw. And they have a happy face, and you turn around, it's got a sad face. And so we give them to the school counselors and let them give them to children who have been traumatized or, something like that. And then also we've found that Alzheimer patients like these dolls because it gives them something to hold on to. So that way we're serving the seniors too, not just children, but the seniors. So it's a great program. And to
Who
see
makes
these dolls,
them?
our
Committee
members.
members,
We have
our team
members.
members,
Yes.
yeah.
They come in and it's like a little
Quilting bee.
And they talk, and while they're working.
Yes.
I was at church, about 2 months ago, and to a committee meeting, and I'm new at this church, and so this lady was sitting next to me, and we were talking about what we did and everything, and I said I was with Assistance League, and she goes, I want to join. I want to make those dolls. And I went, okay.
They are very popular.
Yes, they are very popular.
And she did join.
Was she one of the new ones you had at the meeting today?
No, she was last month.
Okay.
Last time.
Huh? It's exciting stuff.
Yes.
Okay, what else do you have? What other programs?
Let's see. We have Fans for Friends, which actually provides box fans in the warm weather months and blankets in the cool weather months to several different agencies. Let's see, what else do we have?
Survivors.
Assault survivor
yes.
kits, and they help assault and trauma survivors by, the kit includes clothing like leggings and a shirt or scrubs and a shirt, underwear, things, if especially if you have been assaulted and you go to the emergency room and you have to give up your clothing
Yes, you
for
have to do that.
evidence, then
And
you
something
have
to put on.
something. There's guaranteed something there that they can be handed to.
These are things people don't think about.
Right, exactly.
But the Assistance League
exactly.
does.
That's right. That's
So-
right. What else do we have? Oh, passports for good health. Literally a passport-like document that you can put all of your medical information in, medication that you take, shot records, that kind of stuff. We
All
have
in
a
one place.
version for adults and we have a version for children. So, and it's just something that you can drop in your purse or leave on your refrigerator or wherever someone might need access to it. So,
And how do you get access to this?
we have several different agencies that we serve, mostly doctors' offices, that kind of thing, and we just drop them off as they need them, and then we replenish their stocks when they're finished. The other thing that the passports committee does is the layettes,
Right.
where we partner with HCA Conroe, that hospital, and provide newborn layettes, and it's typically like a onesie, a little cap, information about us, and I think that's all that's in the layette, the little packages. And again, if there is a need and someone has given birth and they don't have what they need to bring that baby home in terms of clothing and whatnot, then that is there for them. And we drop those off at the hospital and they use
So
them.
many different things. But this, all of your programs is funded through the store, right?
That's correct.
Yes.
So it all comes back to that. And I actually frequent it when I look for things,
Good.
and I donate. That's my number one place to
Wonderful.
donate.
Thank you.
And I know where it is. I know how easy it is. I know how helpful y'all are. And so people can donate. What things can they not donate?
We just talked
Yes,
about
we
that
did.
this morning.
We don't take TVs or computers. We don't take exercise equipment, the big stuff, because we're all old. We can't.
Well, you don't have the room for it either.
No, we do. We don't have the room, and we don't take.
The obvious
mattresses.
mattresses and car seats. We can't take those
And
for the obvious
cribs.
reasons.
They've changed the rules on crib. So some cribs. I
Safety
think-
reasons, right?
Right.
You have to measure the slats, and if they're a certain distance between the slats, we can't take them. But if there's less space, we rarely get those donated, but that is
Always ask
something,
before
yeah.
you do. Just
Exactly.
ask. So that
That's
just
exactly
makes
right.
it easier. So tell me about Pass It On that is connected to the donations.
Yes, pass it on. It's just that we only keep things in the thrift store for 2 months. And we have different colored tags and stickers. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. But so if it's been there 2 months, it is pulled and it's given to agencies that we support. And so they can use it for their clients, What are some of the agencies? I can't remember.
CAC?
Yes.
Family Promise?
I think so. I don't have my list with me to
Probably.
be able to say that for sure.
But those that serve different communities.
Exactly. The other needs,
Right.
And the point of all of that is that if it comes in our back door, which is where we take our donations, we're going to find a use for it. There is very, very, very little that comes in that we don't find a way to use. We also recycle a lot because sometimes our thrift shop has a very, very good reputation. So especially, with anything, but obviously the first thing that comes to mind is the clothing. The clothing is going to be in very, very good shape before we will sell it.
We will not put it on the floor.
But
No, it always
might
is.
Come in,
It's
but
beautiful
it
stuff.
might come in the back door in not such great shape. So we recycle that. And we get money for recycling, and that goes back into our programs. So very, very little that comes in that back door is not put to good use with
You
our
use
programs.
all your resources
We use
to
all
the
of
best
our
of the
resources.
ability.
Exactly.
And the store is run by volunteers.
Exactly.
Correct.
We're all volunteers.
So there's no expense to running the store.
Right.
And because you have nearly 200 volunteers, new and old, coming in all the different times, you're able to do what you do to serve the community.
That's exactly right.
Yes. It's
So-
a great feeling.
Let's talk about volunteers. What do you need to do to be a volunteer?
Well, you have to show an interest first. And
Okay.
Then,
Okay.
and then we have you come in and talk to our VP of membership and make sure that you understand what your commitment is. And then we have what we call the ABC program. And it's just, telling you all about Assistance League and what the requirements are. And,
It's part of our new member orientation.
Right. So anyway, and then you just have to say, hey, this sounds
you're
great,
ready.
Right.
Is there a time commitment?
Yes. Yes.
Both say yes.
But you know what? Let me say this. Everybody's there because they want to be.
That's correct.
It's not that you go to a job and you go, oh, God, I've got to work tomorrow, Everybody wants to be there. And
So
it
what's
just-
the minimum?
1 6-hour shift in the thrift shop per month.
Oh, that's nothing.
And serve on at least one committee. So
Okay.
the expectations are very minimal for the return on the fun and the feeling that you're doing something good. It's well worth it.
Right.
So have you made a lot of new relationships since you've moved out here?
Yes. Thanks to Assistance League. Yes. I mean, it's just... I don't know. The friendships are just amazing. And we work very hard, but we play hard too.
That is true.
We know how to play hard.
We have someone who is a member activities team leader, and she and her team plan activities. And, you know, we have bingo a couple of times a year and field trips a couple of times a year. We try to do something once a month.
And we're going on a cruise. We have a cruise coming up at the Caribbean. So
like she said, like Joanne said, work hard and play hard. So, yeah.
Well, it deepens your relationships.
Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
It's kind of like the lady previously was talking about. They do activities, so you learn about each other while you're doing the activities.
Yes, and on your the commitment of 1 6-hour shift in the thrift shop, you do the same shift every month. Like I happen to work the first Friday of every month, and I work with the same people. A, you can plan for it, but B, that also kind of becomes your first group of friends because they're the ones you see every single month on the same day at the same time. And then, you know, whatever committee you're on, a lot of times, you know, that generates lots of good friendships too. So so it's a really fun atmosphere.
Yes. And if you work during the week, you know, then we're open on Saturday too.
True.
So you can come in and work on Saturday, or you know, we'll work around your schedule in some way.
So talk about the hours that the store is open.
The store's open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 3.
And that's also the hours that we take donations. So the store is actually open, and the back door to take donations, same hours.
Yeah. And the good news is we put new merchandise out every day. Every day you can come into that store and there'll be something new out. So
that's fun.
Yes, it is. It is. And we have regular customers that'll come in 3 times a week at least, you know, checking out to see what else has been put out. So.
And we're also proud of, obviously we sell a lot of clothing, but we have one section of women's clothing called boutique, and that is typically like Coldwater,
brands,
Creek, and Chico, and
I've
those
shopped
kind
it.
of higher end brands. And still, those prices are a little bit higher, but still a great bargain.
Yes, they are.
And we have a lot of people who come in just to see what's new on the boutique racks. So,
of course.
And we do, I mean, our store is organized to where, like right now, we're featuring Valentine. I mean, we stay up with the trend, you know, and the holidays and all that. So it's like a little department store. You know, it's very organized, and
it is very
one
organized.
of our members just today wrote us a little note about how much she likes the new layout of the shop, and she referred to us as the Macy's of Conroe.
Yeah, she did.
It's very shoppable.
Yeah.
It is very shoppable. You're right.
Well, I worked in retail 20 years. So
that's nice to hear you say that, then, because you know of what you speak.
yeah, and I look at it from what you see when you walk in, and it's always very nicely. People are always very friendly as well. Customer service is
thank you.
Top notch.
We like to hear that.
You know,
yes, we do.
So no, it's a wonderful place, and I know you've had different events with the chamber and other places. I don't know if you've had one lately, but in the past I've been to many, probably all of them. And you have a big event at Christmas time where you, did you not? You used to.
That was something
I was like, I don't remember when this last year.
That was something else that happened because of COVID. We changed that up a little bit, and we'd like to think we made it better the way we do it now, and we've gotten a lot of positive response. And basically, we turn the shop into this Christmas wonderland starting the first Tuesday in November.
Right.
And totally decorated for Christmas, a lot of our Christmas stuff out. But we are so blessed with Christmas donations that we can continually put stuff out.
You always have a lot.
Yes.
Always have a lot.
And so
and you have kids'
advertise
toys and all kinds of things.
Yes. So we
decor
advertise
items.
it.
I mean, amazing. And when you shop there, you know it's giving back to the community in so many different ways.
It's a win-win.
It is a win-win. So you can when you get tired of it, you can donate it through the back door and then come back, turn around and come back in the front door and chop some more and just keep that cycle going, right?
That's exactly right. Yes.
Oh, awesome.
So let's talk about ways to find you guys.
Well, I do the social media. So you can like us on Facebook, and you can see pictures every week of some of the things we have on sale. And also do the I Love Conroe.
You post things there?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm on there too. And we do Next Door. And we're having a little trouble
You
with
need
our
to just Google
Instagram right now.
Assistant League Montgomery
Right,
County.
because we do have a website.
Right.
So the website gives you a lot of information about what we do, who we serve, all of our programs.
Just make
that
sure
sort
they
of thing.
Google
Yeah.
Assistance League Montgomery
Yes,
County.
that's
Right.
perfect.
Since you
Yes,
have them
Assistance
all
League.
across the country.
Correct.
Look for one that says a Conroe address.
Really?
Yeah.
126 North San Jacinto. Yes.
So wonderful. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on and enlightening
Thank you
us
so much for having us. Yes.
as to what the Assistant League does. And I mean, I knew most of that, but there was a lot of new information as well. And so if somebody is interested in volunteering, they could come in the store, they can go online, they can call, they can do any of those things. So just go in and get involved, right?
That's
Right.
exactly right.
Just get involved.
Just raise your hand and we'll be there.
Raise your hand. So we want to thank both you guys for coming on, both of you ladies, and for Angie with the Trybe, and of course our sponsors that make it possible to have this show, which is Roger Stein Chiropractic and the Lake Conroe Realty Group. So another great show. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
And we'll see you in the community.